And beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. Welcome to today's evening session. So one of the themes that I've noticed in the WhatsApp chats and the conversations is this theme of releasing. And I've been going through that this week and last week. And what I've noticed is this. For me, whenever I feel a resentment towards somebody else, I notice this, that that feeling of resentment is a behavioral pattern that I'm used to. And when I do meditate about it and I contemplate about it, I realize it's part of my human design. And you could read the books and you could do the research. Um, Emotions like resentment, self-doubt, um, fear. Fear is the big one. It's all under the umbrella of fear. Fear is created for us so we can feel safe and protect ourselves. Most of the time when we do feel this, when we do feel the fear, resentment, self-doubt, anything under that umbrella, it's not, it doesn't serve us. It just adds to the anxiety, adds to the chemical imbalance in our system, adds to the sense of this almost hypnotizing thing that we tell ourselves, something's wrong, something's wrong, something's wrong. So this week I was practicing releasing it, and that's what this meditation is going to be about. So thank you for the intro. Oh, my cousin's here, Samira. Thank you for being here. I wrote down.
Hi, Nick is in the car with us too.
Beautiful. Hi, Nick. Sending love. Mwah. So we're going to start a practice. So Samira, I'm going to put you on mute. Oh, you're on mute already. Okay, good. Thank you. We're going to start the practice. So my cousin is a medical intuitive, and she's also an expert in the oral trauma. Like she could tell what kind of different types of trauma by looking at your mouth. She's a dental hygienist, a holistic dental hygienist in California. And one of the things that she keeps reminding me is where we place our tongue when we're meditating. Where we place our tongue is extremely important. Not only do I do it in martial arts because I've taken Chinese martial arts, they tell you to place your tongue right between the first ridge and your teeth. So that space right there. That space right there. And also research shows that if you don't place your tongue there at the roof of your mouth in that area, you'll salivate while meditating. And when you salivate while meditating, you'll swallow more. And that brings back you to like a conscious state. It's disruptive, right? So we want to have as little salivation as possible. So we'll place our tongue, right there in the space between the roof and mouth. We're going to settle into our bodies, all of us. And if, Ranjana, if you're eating, that's absolutely fine. You can do a mindfulness while you're eating. You don't have to stop. We're going to settle into our bodies and release any tension by breathing through our nose. In and out. At your own pace, at your own level. And notice when you do breathe, are you using your chest or are you using your diaphragm? So the way babies breathe is they breathe from their belly. And that takes a lot less energy than breathing through your chest. So if you want to, you can place your hand over your belly as you're breathing to make sure that that's where most of the movement is as you breathe in and out. This is a preliminary meditation technique before we start the practice. Wonderful. Now, if you so choose, you can close your eyes. We'll have them halfway open. It's your choice. You could be lying down. You're welcome to be in any position. As long as you're focusing on releasing your tension, focusing on your breath, noticing where your tongue is. Now, as you're breathing, notice any sensations in your body that might be uncomfortable. Just notice. And noticing without judgment or attachment. When you notice without judgment or attachment, it's almost as if we're embracing that sensation, that discomfort, almost as if we're sending it love and healing energy. Also notice any thoughts that might show up. And thoughts always show up, otherwise you wouldn't be alive. And notice them as if you're noticing them for the first time. They might be similar thoughts to what you've thought in the past, extremely similar, but they're still new thoughts that show up. And as you notice, without judgment or attachment, embrace them, welcome them. You could allow them to linger, you could allow them to leave, just allow. Continue noticing thoughts and sensations without judging or attachment. They are a part of you. There's nothing wrong. There's no shame. They're just a part of you. I gently bring to mind any conversation you've had today, this week, that might make you feel a little uncomfortable, maybe even resentful. It could have been a conversation with a family member, a work colleague, a partner, stranger. Notice that uncomfortable feeling or thought. Is there any resentment there? Are you holding on to any resentment? notice. It's your choice. You can keep holding on to anything such as resentment, any fear, any self-doubt, any other emotions or feelings that are associated with conversation. And ask yourself, do I really need this anymore? Is this serving you? Or is this something old that I used to play with, that I used to hold up to protect myself? As you ask these questions, and maybe even come up with answers, give yourself the grace for whatever shows up, because things always show up. Allow yourself space to be with whatever shows up. Maybe, just maybe, I don't need to hold on to resentment to protect myself anymore. I don't really need this anymore. And with that thought, visualize all these feelings and emotions and thoughts that used to serve you. Visualize yourself opening up your arms, bringing them close, as if you're gathering flowers or leaves. If you wish to do so, you can speak over them, hug them close, and release. Release any resentment, any self-doubt, any fear, any thought that doesn't serve you anymore. And as you release, you can say this out loud or to yourself, the following affirmation. I am safe. You are safe. I will not shatter or break. You will not shatter or break. I am protected. You are protected. As you hear these words of affirmation, imagine a shield of radiant light surrounding you as a protective cover, enveloping you, shielding you, supporting you. You are always protected. I am always protected. Enjoy this sense of peace. Take a moment. Breathe into it. Embrace the space. Take a few breaths. Breathing from your body. Making it real. Making it forever. Something that you can use anytime you feel fear or resentment. I am safe. I am protected. You created this. Acknowledge yourself for creating this shield of protection that you can use anytime instead of feeling resentment or fear or self-doubt. Feel the gratitude you have for yourself, the awesomeness, the amazingness, the magic made real. Take a moment and thank yourself. And when you're ready, slowly bring yourself back to awareness. Start by wiggling your toes, your fingers, and when you're ready, only when you're ready, gently open your eyes. Notice you still have the sense of safety, and notice that you always have the choice to release any resentment, fear, or self-doubt. Now you know it doesn't serve you anymore. You have that power, now and forever. acknowledge everyone for taking this time to nurture themselves, this sense of peace, allowing us to be together, and also being present with me as you hear the background noises in New York City, Washington Heights. Thank you, everyone. So interesting as we're meditating on peace and releasing resentment, then I hear these loud motorcycles in the background, and I'm like, can't they see I'm trying to cultivate peace and release of resentment? What the hell's wrong with them? So I was self-regulating as I was going through the meditation, which I think is the point, right? You know, is that right? That's in the background. Doesn't mean anything. We're all safe. We're all protected. We're all grateful. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Yep. God is gifting me moments to practice powerfully. Thank you. That's so true. Like, who are you really, Sammy? let's let's check it out. Let's test it. You're very welcome, Ajay. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Samira, for being here as well, and for Nick. It was really wonderful to have you here.
Thanks, honey.
David, I'm curious to ask what showed up for you in this meditation.
Well, what's showing up for me a lot right now is I don't know, like space. Like what I'm getting, what I got out of this, it might not have been all the words, but I was driving to the gym.
David, I think you went on mute. I don't know if you're trying to show us anything, right? Oh.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I got some new headphones too. So that seems like a lot of new. So yep, the new shoes. It's yeah, it's
Yeah.
creating space, I think. Like I feel there's been a lot of overwhelm. So in this meditation, it brings me some peace. And like I just had a long conversation with my mom right after we had that meeting, because today I've had meetings all day. Like there hasn't been a second that I wasn't involved in something. And I guess it felt overwhelming. And then I had this conversation with her and it didn't even bring me any clarity. So this meditation just helps me. It's not that I have clarity yet, but it helps just bring me down to some calm, because it's really things do feel overwhelming a lot. And being able to be a part of a space like this is always nice. And I love hearing Sammy's voice. And I didn't I didn't know what was going on in your background, but I know that you were being the man that you are and working your hardest to implement the things that you have learned. And it just I love it. So that's where I'm at right now. Well, actually I'm at the gym right now, but that'll be the next step.
Beautiful. So I'm requesting you take this power that you've gotten from this meditation, and use it at the gym to do your best and have the best workout ever. and get those muscles nice and bulging. Yeah, I want you to perform at your highest peak, all the time. And I noticed you said, I feel overwhelmed. I think you said that 2 or 3 times. Just noticing, that's all. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, David. Thank you for sharing. Janine, when I said bulging muscles, you gave that shocked look on your face.
Well, I'd love to hear from Rajana and Samira too. Although when you had said that, what showed up for me is David's daily practice to be in the gym, although all of his bodies, his spiritual, his emotional, his mental. And so when you said those bulging muscles, like the first thought that I saw was his brain create a couple extra like frissions. But it was funny because I realized you were talking about his physical, but it's funny that my mind went there for him first. And so the listening that I have for certain people in our communities, and David, knowing that you've gone like meeting to meeting to meeting, like I see all the bulging muscles you have. So it was funny because like I saw them all, but I was like, no, just focus on the body first. I'm like, oh, like I'm literally focusing on David's body. So it was funny that you took me on that journey, Sam. I didn't know I was going to go there. And so, yes, my face did not know how to contain all the muscles that David has.
Yeah, right. So like, the mental muscle, the intellectual muscle, the spiritual muscle, right? The emotional muscle. It's all muscle, and we get better at it as we practice it, right? The releasing muscle. Even my cousin, who's a mental intuitive, says it's all about the muscle. The muscle actually structures the bone. So yeah, in practicing these things, it actually structures our mind physically. Our brain gets structured physically. The neurons, the connections, all that stuff. Yeah, and Ranjana, I don't want to take too much time talking because Janine Watkins wanted to know what showed up for you, if you'd like to share anything.
Yeah. So, when we talk about resentment, right? Because with Jason, I'm working on other things, right? But it was funny when you said the resentment, and I went into the meditate. I was feeling a lot of tingling in my forehead, like my whole like spiritual connection was like it was just like ready to release more, right? So so when I went into and said, okay, I asked my body and I said, okay, what resentment would I want to work with, right? And then money flow came up, right? And I was going into the resentment of money flow, and then it just like boom, it just dropped like that. Like it was like it just dropped, but it just created a lot of like space around me. It was just like it just I just felt that I got in, instead of resisting it, I was like welcoming it. And then that in that moment, it went into coherence with my heart. So it was kind of very, very beautiful. It was very very, very beautiful experience to feel it that way. And I got multiple messages in the same time, but I was also working with fear or failure or success, right? And also there was coming some messages in for me and that way as well. I have to journal it down actually, so I just have to close my eyes again and get back to it. What this actually was saying to me. So yeah, it was a very, very, very beautiful experience. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yeah.
I mean, you're a gift. So thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, it's a wonderful idea. I'm going to journal it down too before I go to sleep. That way, I'll be complete with it, and I will fall asleep and have the best sleep ever. Because man, do I miss having a good night's rest. All right, John, it was a gift having you here. I love seeing your face and smile. And I would like to see in more of our community. So I'm going to keep sharing.
Yeah, I would love to. I'm in Pacific time, and I know it's not an excuse, but I know you do your meetings at 8 o'clock, 8:30.
Yeah, we have all kinds of meetings throughout the day.
I'm a 6 a.m. person. I'm not a 5 a.m. person.
I'm a 6 a.m. person. I'm a 5 a.m. person.
Well, I did hear it. If you want to connect, it is like the world is more quiet at 5 a.m. than it is 6 a.m. So that's what I heard.
Yeah, that's right. And more.
But then you would have to get up at 5 a.m. and I had to get up 2 a.m. if it's the real thing.
Oh boy. Yeah, we don't have to do that. It's okay. I'm not a 2 a.m. person. Yeah, so yeah, we have yeah, right, morning meditations every morning with Janine.
Okay.
Amazingly leads them.
You do 6 a.m.? You're here in California, right? Yeah.
Janine is in well, it's go ahead, Janine.
Yeah, so I am in Minnesota right now. When I started this, I was living in New York. Although even when I'm in California, I still will always have the 9 a.m. Eastern meditation every practice. Sammy was so bold to open up Wednesday evening. And so I'm grateful because sometimes our Hawaiians out there are able to join because similar to you said, they're not at 2 a.m. Let's sit and meditate. They enjoy their 3 o'clock in the afternoon meditation with Sammy.
Yeah, so I was like, when I said, oh, I can do that. Well, I can do 6 p.m. Yeah. So when I'm in San Diego. So
Okay, my cousin's in San Francisco.
Sausalito. So I set my alarm at 6, and sometimes I'm still partially asleep when the meditation thing's happening. But then it's so amazing because it's the concept of the energy of it, right?
yes.
Sammy, that was great meditation. My feedback, what worked was that, it was really like you were present and it was great. I like that you kept recognizing the theme and how it was showing up for you. My one recommendation is for you to find a microphone or something because your voice was fluctuating. When you're leading a meditation, sometimes you hear it really loud and other people don't. So you can't not, I recommend be as loud as you can. And just notice that because I didn't get all your words.
No, the same here with me too. Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was my hearing loss that I was causing it or it was you not speaking directly into the microphone. So thank you for bringing it up, Samira.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a new pair of microphones because the one that I had before wasn't that effective. It's supposed to be noise canceling, but I don't think it's noise canceling. Anyway, thank you for that. Yes, I want the meditation to be as clear as possible for everyone. So.
And I want to say, I was dropping off Nick, the father of my kids, also known as my ex-husband. And you're like, what is it that you want to release from, your resistance? And I was like, where is the eject button? I would be releasing that which I resent, the human right next to me. Open the door. Tuck and roll, But then I didn't because I realized that I was happy he listened. He agreed to have the meditation. So it was really nice. He's really nice when he's drugged up from surgery. So that was like, yeah, that was what happened. And I'm just on my way. Now I'm going to be teaching. So thank you. That was really great. And I will see you in the morning.
Beautiful.
Love you, Samira.
Love you guys. Bye.
So everyone, I want to wish everyone a good night and that we have a meditation session tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time. So in the spirit of echoing Janine's energy, who among us will commit to either being physically or spiritually present in the next 12 hours in this meditative community and attend the next meditation session at 9 a.m. tomorrow? Either physically or spiritually. I was I messed it up, but yes, I kind of messed it up. I know it's okay. I'm not J9.
Of course, because you're Sammy Gazal.
Oh, yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, everyone, whether you're going to the gym or resting. Lots of love.
Thank you.
Take care.
Love you all.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.